All right. Wanted to go through a few more things on session details, in particular session types. On the left-hand side here, you can see the session info. Session type is actually standard, and I'm just going to tab it for now. We're going to talk about standard in this particular video. We'll go over the rest later. But in the standard type, you can see this is associated with the load recipe. So this will actually show up in the session. But down below, and I know we skimmed over this, but I wanted to go over it in a little bit more detail. If you have a multiple POA or multiple bowl, you can actually just swap through them pretty quick to look at the data that you might be curious about. But you can actually look at this comparison. So we know, and I'm just going to open this up real quick. We know this is an 8.8 and 8.9 grain test that we're actually doing. We can actually do a comparison here. And this is where this comes in handy. And in particular, on this guy, everything that you see highlighted in kind of the army green color there, those are the ones that actually perform the best. Usually it doesn't happen this way where they're all performing the best on the first bullseye, but in this case, it does that. And if you have 6, 7, 8, 9 sessions, this will all be scrollable and you can scroll through all of them and I'll highlight which one is actually doing better for you. But for this particular case, we know the first bullseye is doing a heck of a lot better. Well, I want to say a heck of a lot better, but it's doing better than bullseye 2. And if these were, again, if these were the same exact powder, we could pay more attention to the aggregate view and see what our overall metrics were, being that this is kind of a ladder test, and we'll get into the ladder test later. We really care about the comparison because the aggregate's not going to mean that much. Ladder test, yes, your mean radius is going to change. Your your group size is going to change. Everything's going to change, and they're not going to be related to each other if you're looking at aggregate mode and shooting different powder types. But if it's all the same powder type and you're shooting 3 rounds at 3 different POAs, but you want a clean target for each one so you can analyze them, that's where aggregate really comes in handy. But for ladder test type stuff, comparison is really what you want to look at. So yeah, that's about it for the standard session type.